Hello, everybody. My name is Quad Hopkins, and tonight I just posted a live stream video, just kind of just open chat, just open conversation about everybody's IAM journey, not IAM journey, but tech journey in general. Just putting it, just trying to get out there and just meet different people, networking on here on YouTube, and so just want to start off just saying, hey, if you guys don't know me, my name is Quad Hopkins. I am in cloud operations support for my company, and so I've been in IT for about 5 years right now, and so I went to East API University for cybersecurity. I got my associate's degree there, and you know I eventually got within probably that first year I got about um, I got about my first help desk job at a startup company. So that was really awesome. I mean, I could say I'm really blessed with that, and just blessed in my career so far in general. I thank God every day for all the opportunities I've gotten had, and just people that I'm able to, especially with me just starting this YouTube channel, and I'm very thankful for you guys. I appreciate all the support that you guys have given me. Especially a lot of my Okta content. So I just wanted to say, just if you guys had anything, want to post in the chat, go ahead. I'm free to answer any questions or share something with me about my journey, know more about me. Like I said, I'm very personable person, so I love people, and just I love IT. This is what I do. I mean, not just my profession, but I do a lot of it on my off time. Just a lot of side projects. I like learning. Always love learning. So just wanted to just see how everybody's doing this evening, or if or wherever you are this evening here in East Coast here. I'm here in like Richmond, Virginia. So, but yeah, I just wanted to just say hello to everybody, and but for the most part, um, so I wanted to just get an update on some things, projects I'm thinking about working on coming up. I know it's been a while since I posted a tutorial video, so it, I've been kind of taking time studying. As you guys probably know, I did pass last time I streamed. I passed the Okta Administrator exam, and next I'm going to sit and I'm going to pull. I might kind of toggle in between the maybe Okta consultant, or maybe SC300 for Microsoft Entra. So I'm kind of looking into that as well. But I will have some Microsoft Entra videos coming soon, probably start next week. Just probably around SC300 probably, and or just some things based. I have some experience with it. I am at Entra space. So but as I'm looking to become an IM engineer, so it's not just about learning Okta; it's learning about a lot of the just IM tools, PAM tools, IGA tools, and really combining them to help really secure your company's data, your identities. So that's something that that is very I'm very excited about, and trying to look into my career. And so if anybody like asks like, hey, you know, why change, why am I changing my career kind of path? Um, you know, to that question, I'm always gonna be in the cloud, work in the cloud, but I have a really sometimes in IT you have a really niche and passion for a certain, I want to say part in IT. I always wondered, hey, where do I fit in the space of IT? You know, I always felt that I belonged in IT, but where exactly? I originally, like I said, I originally wanted to be when I first came in the cloud as a cloud engineer, and learning different tools like infrastructure code tools, PowerShell, maybe Bash, but you know, um, but I just for some reason, I had been just developing a love for just identity access management. That's where I started my career. Really, that's where I started. So I kind of left it to be, went to get something um, full time and explore the cloud engineering, cloud and the cloud as because there's a lot of different fun things in cloud. It's not something that I'm walking away from. It's something that I like to focus more on the identity side. I feel like identity is going to be huge coming in 2025 and beyond. It's every identity as a service, as they call it, it's going to be huge. And I feel like especially within the influence of AI coming, in those spaces, I believe identity, roles like IAM engineer, identity engineer, or PAM engineer. I think those are going to be good careers going forward. So, but with that being said, there's a lot of things that I see that going forward. Like I think it's going to be a lucrative career, especially. I mean, anything in cybersecurity is going to be really lucrative. But it's not really about a lot of things you probably people put out tutorials or training and tell you, yeah, it's get that six-figure job, which is great. It's great if you have it. It's great for making that. But I really believe in, you really gotta love what you do and have a passion for what you do, not just be a job, not just be a chore. I think you're most productive when you're really passionate about what you do or what type of anything. It's anything in IT or healthcare or any industry that you're in. You gotta love it. And I think you'll put out the best for your company if you love or yourself if you have your own company. You'll put out the best production out of that. So but but yeah, but just and you know, but it's great. I like again. I'm still so blessed to be able to be in kind of this small community of IT. Well, not small community, but a community IT. I've networked with different people and it's been such a blessing. It's great that you know the IT community is so huge, so wide, and so um, a lot of people I've come across is very so welcoming and giving me advice or sharing what I may know it to others. So I really love that about the IT community. I mean, I have been in manufacturing industry for probably most of my life, probably since I was 19, and probably 19 till I was about 35. I kind of stopped and I was just got tired of it, and I took it as far as I could go. So I just was always curious about IT, but I just never thought that I was smart enough to be in IT or I thought about, hey, why would I want to spend money on going to school? I don't want to be in debt. And, I'm not the only one. I'm sure there's people out there who still probably have that mindset or think that. But let me tell you about that though. I mean, I'm sure you've probably heard this many times. You don't have to go through a traditional four-year college or anything like that. You can do self-study or you can go to a technical school or two-year school, or like schools. There are schools like ECPI, there's schools like Strayer or Brian Stratton. There's many a different companies like college, like you can go for 2-3 years and really learn. And there's some pros and cons to it, but at the end of the day, there's some benefits of going to schools because you do get that, especially when your school has an account, you get a lot of free products, a lot of products that you get access to. You might, so it is a benefit, and you do build relationships and build a lot of things, you know, and don't take it for granted because I remember when I first started, I thought, well, man, why am I taking writing class or why am I taking certain like classes? I was ready gung ho and ready to just take my technical courses, but I think most importantly, you got to really build up your soft skills. You build up your soft skills, learn how to communicate, articulate yourself, and be able to, be in front of people, talk in front of people, be able to, not just, it's not all about all technical. It's just about how you communicate using, like, all of these little things are used in the real world. Learn how to use like office products. Learn how to, you know, be able to put, let's, for example, give a presentation, and you'll learn a lot of that stuff in colleges, and learn how to do presentations and be speak in front of people. So I used to didn't think that, Matt. I used to laugh at that kind of stuff, and I didn't think it was worth it. I was like, oh man, why do I have to do this? I couldn't wait to take my tech test, but it is very valuable, because a lot of it is, if you're a very personable person and very likable, and you can work with people, and you'll go very far, and you'll and you're willing to learn and teachable, you can go very far in your career, because you may have some people that are very experienced that may not be as welcoming, but there are some that are. And so if you do run across someone like that, man, be I would say be aggressive. If you have someone where you can shadow, and have someone mentor you, be aggressive and ask for that. Even if it's something that you don't know how to do, or you may be hesitant in doing, just ask. And I mean, they'll most of the time they'll be glad to give it to you. They don't want to do that kind of work anymore. So I would suggest that, um, just ask. You got a whole community out there, of people, not just maybe in your company, but out in just in general. You can go on LinkedIn, you can go on Indeed, you can go places like that. I mean, and there's a lot of people, smart man, talent out there, and we all kind of work together, and no matter what type of what type of era in IT that we're in. So you know, but also, especially if you're looking into trying to, you know transition your career, or you see a role that you like, do you want, don't be afraid, or anybody tell you that, oh well, this is not going to help you get here, this is not the future. You know I, I can tell you, you know especially with, like, where I'm looking to with identity access management, I am engineering. You know, people kind of don't scoff at that, don't think it's something that's going to be, they don't look at it high, maybe not as highly as, say, it's not as glamorous as a cloud engineer or architect or anything like that. But you guys don't really, understand the importance of protecting identities and your data, and your, you know, especially in a company, you lose a lot of companies could lose a lot of money, could lose a lot of business, if you don't protect, there's no protection there. So I think me, I just have a knack for it. I have a passion for it. I like to see. I, it's funny because I can't really say when it happened or when I started to spark the interest. It's just, um, maybe it's because a lot of it's because of how I started. I started with help desk, and I worked a little IAM Active Directory. But that's one thing too. I would tell you, act like, especially if you're an IAM, no Active Directory. It's still relevant. It's not going away. A lot of companies, especially maybe smaller companies who maybe can afford the cloud, or vice versa. I mean, it's still relevant. There's a lot of teams looking to migrate a lot of resources off of Active Directory into their whatever cloud provider they have. So I would say, no, you still know the knowledge of Active Directory. More likely, you're going to run into a company that has already everything set up, an Active Directory that's set up, and you know, I would say that's something I would take some time to familiar yourselves with, and how to protect and how to secure identities in Active Directory. And so, but because a lot of that knowledge does translate up to the cloud, like platforms like Entra, there's, even though it doesn't have a hierarchy structure, it is, but still, at the end of the day, especially it used to be called Azure Active Directory, but Entra is kind of gaining steam in the identity access management area. I believe it's second in the. I remember, I think it's 2024 in a Gartner Quadrant report they have all every year. I believe Okta's got it for what I think this is the eighth or ninth straight year in a row. But Entra is kind of right up there, really right up there, and ping identity. Um, I mean, some of these tools there's a lot of, but specifically for just the IAM space, I would say just uh, Okta and Entra are ping identity are kind of up there, identity access management. Um, of course, you're gonna have your IGA and PAM tools like SailPoint, CyberArk. Those are really up there as well. And there's leaders in their own right in their own respective parts of cybersecurity. So I would say, as I looked on jobs, like if you're looking at jobs, there's a lot of jobs out there, especially especially in the area that I'm in. I see a lot of SailPoint. SailPoint is huge. Entra is a lot of companies use Entra as their IDP, and for privilege access, identity governance, people use SailPoint. I'm seeing CyberArk. I'm seeing some ping identity. I'm seeing a lot of that too, but those are the really major four platforms. I mean, I'm looking like part of cybersecurity, like IAM, PAM, and IGA tools, and I'm seeing a lot of that. And I don't think it's going anywhere. It's just going to evolve like anything else. But yeah, I think that as I'm learning, as I'm going learning and taking the time, I would say, just to give some advice, like if you're training, or you have an ideal path you want to go on, really, I study. People don't know me personally, but I have an autistic son, my child, and it's a lot of my time that I have to juggle, like life stuff and family stuff. Um, but I try to really make it a prior, and not my main priority, but it's a lot of priority that I make as far as my career level is I take maybe an hour and 2 hours a day, maybe watching some video content on something, or articles or blogs or trial labs, whether it be Okta or Entra or whatever it is that you are in IT. Take an hour or 2 hours a day if you have the time. I know we all have life, probably have families in this life, but I'm telling you, that time you put in will pay off. Eventually, it will pay off. Um, you know, Even like myself, I'm not a professional at YouTube at all, or posting content at all. I don't have a glamorous setting and make it look great, but I just took the chance and started just putting videos out there, just to show what I'm working on. Or, hey, if I'm working on something, hey, you got advice? So there's something I may could do better, or I'm very open to that. I'm very open to learning and anything, learning a lot. And but I will say, take that time. I know it's not popular, but a lot of sometimes you got to take out some things and kind of take that time to learn. Especially if you wanna potentially make a six-figure income, but in reality, a lot of everybody's not making that kind of money. I mean, this be a lot of, I know a lot of people will say, well, hey, go for cybersecurity, get into this field, hey, this is what you do, and then you're guaranteed to make this money. You don't, I don't pay attention to a lot of, not that I mean it's not useful information, but I think we live in a society where if we see that and then we're automatically think, okay, well, we got this certification. Oh, we're going to make six figures. It's not real. It's not the real world. You're not going to make, but I believe that's very true in certain fields you get into, but you know, it's not as easy as some like people make it sound. You really gotta, this is why I'm saying you really have to make yourself stand out above the other candidates that because you're competing against for these jobs, and it's real. You know there I know before, I used to fill out hundreds of applications and never hit on any of them, or I might get reach out and maybe might make it past the first interview, but it's it's a it's a very, especially with all the tech layoffs and these big tech companies, you know jobs, it's very competitive for us in the tech it is really competitive, you know and you're not just competing against just people who are up and coming and learning. You're competing against people that's been in IT for maybe 5, 10, 15, 20 years that you're competing against. So, take it time that you can, whatever time you have. If it's just an hour, take the time to learn, study, read something, and I'm telling you, to pay off. It really will pay off. And just post a video on it. You know, Post something like what you're doing. There's tons of people that I know especially, that I know that are maybe learning something new and they're posting content of their journey. That stuff like that is what I know. Me, if I was a hiring manager or someone like that, I would like rather take a chance with someone like that, because they're taking their personal time to learn and to learn that skill, and they're doing it all in their own free time. I like that, people who have that passion. I gravitate to people like that. So, and that's something that you know I would highly recommend and suggest people do if you're looking to potentially make that kind of income. It takes work. It does take work. Certification is just not enough. In some instances, sometimes you may have been in doing a certain platform, or you might learn the skills, but some jobs or hiring managers might want a certain certification. They might want, that's all they want to get into those HR systems, or even if you have the certification, what projects are you doing? I always say work on some projects, you know, post them on LinkedIn. Say, hey, look, hey everybody, I'm working on this, or on GitHub. You know, when you're filling out job applications, put your content out there, put it out there. There's someone that's probably going to see. I highly suggest, you know, if you don't have a LinkedIn account, sign up for LinkedIn. Sign up. It's a great platform. Regardless of what many people say about it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I will say there are some jobs that people put. They may be fake jobs, or they may copy details of one job from another person's like job posting. I mean, I'm not going to sit and lie to everybody and say that doesn't happen, but it does. But overall, majority, it is a great platform. I have built a lot of relationships on that platform, especially and in a short amount of time that I just recently started posting stuff out there. And I'm telling you, everybody is very so supportive of, especially if you're new and you're learning and you're putting the time to do it. Again, just post a video about what you're doing. It does not have to be like these experts. It doesn't have to be, edited. Look, it doesn't have to look like a movie, or it doesn't have to have these big special effects or anything like that. It just take the chance and put it out there. Let people know what you're working on, because you never know someone who's watching what you're doing, and they may say, hey, oh, this person's doing this. I like to bring this person on, and I know this person's gonna is hard worker, and he's gonna work hard to learn this. So, uh, you know, so I think just to give a little like advice, it's just never be afraid to take that leap. I used to be one of those people, but I really have faith in everything that I have my faith in God in every day and everything that I do, especially in this field. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Um, I'm telling you, I want to be able to share a little bit what I know. I may not know a lot about a particular subject, but there's some subjects I might. I love sharing that with people. I love especially people who are just thinking about getting into in this industry, and I love it because especially those out there who teaches in this industry. Like, really, I hopefully would love to be teaching stuff. So, especially things with Okta. That is like like you guys know, that's a lot of my content so far. It's all Okta based mostly. But I am going to put out some Entra content coming soon. Just been kind of, but I've just been kind of busy with, especially New Year coming and my job, um, and and kind of preparing for a lot of projects that we're doing for the year, and working on my development goals and stuff like that. And so that's why I haven't put much out there in a while. So I just wanted to just put this out there as live stream out, and just see how everybody's doing, how their day is going, and just kind of want to give a little advice about just I don't know, just free talk here. Just get gauge everybody, and especially those who out there are new or been in this for a long time, and not not just about me, um, but I do want to just whatever. I just one last thing that I want to say is, um, you know, stay focused on where you're going, and if you're passionate about any type of discipline in IT, you know, take the time to put it out there, and trust me, there are plenty of people out there that will support you and support your growth and give you resources to help you grow. I mean, at the end of the day, there are you know there are a lot of IT jobs out there. And it's just not a lot of people to fill them. Most of it, it's not a lot of people to fill them. Especially in cybersecurity, it's a lot of jobs coming, a lot of jobs, especially with AI now and new technologies. I mean, it's especially cybersecurity, from what I've heard or researched with people, it's a lot more jobs than there are people. I'm telling you, it's not a hard industry to get into as people may say it is, but you got to put in the work and the effort. I will say that you got to put in the hard work, and the results will come. You just gotta be willing to learn. And if you're willing to learn, and you're teachable, and you're excited and enthusiasm about it, and you're about what you're doing, all of it, all like things like money, and work life balance, a lot of that will take care of itself. A lot of that things will all that will come along. Um, you know, so don't, you know, making six figures is a great, it's great. It is awesome to, if you're making that, that's great. But those who aren't, you know, keep pushing, keep working hard, keep pushing, because you will get there. You will get there. Um, so because again, it is, you know, I really feel like we, I guess, IT professionals, you know, we gotta, you know, uplift a lot of these people who are young, coming up and coming aboard, and because at the end of the day, these people are going to be our future of IT professionals. And I mean, at the end of the day, it's about help lifting up one another, and learning from each other. So, but I just want to say thank you guys. But again, I got some content coming. I got some Microsoft Entra coming up soon. I do have some more Okta workflows coming soon as well. So I just want to say thank you guys. Thank you so much for the support you have given me. I really am so blessed. I really am blessed. I really love what I do. I love this industry, and I thank you guys, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.